Guys, today I have for you something really special, and best part about this setup that it's actually kinda new player friendly, and it will also prove that less armor is more. Hey, don't leave this video, I will explain everything in a bit. Just hang around, guys. This build will provide you with a ridiculous amount of survivability and DPS at the same time, and sometimes your talent, in our case of course Bloodsucker talent, will glitch out because game will not be able to process the amount of armor you're getting back. If you didn't know, Uncle Butcher in the building. I hope you're doing great, and this video for sure will improve your size of dragon size. Yeah, you got the point, man. This build slaps hard. Enemies will have more issues than your ex-girlfriend till this freaking day, and the reason is quite simple. Although I don't have any armor core attributes, I have plenty of bonus armor if Bloodsucker is stacked properly, and this build can perform also on legendary difficulty summit strongholds by solo as a lone wolf player. But what I mean by exploiting Bloodsucker talent, guys, Bloodsucker will not give you only 10% on kill. With full stacks, you will get on last kill 100% armor back. With perfect Bloodsucker, 120% armor back. That's the reason why I'm not healing myself. I know that with next kill I will get full amount of armor back. Although, like I said, I don't have any armor whatsoever, I have tiny bits of health. Still, the amount of bonus armor I'm getting is kinda stupid if you think about that, man. It's like another build, man. And in terms of DPS, we have again a ridiculous amount of damage. We have exotic bloody knuckle gloves. On top of that, we are using talents which are new player friendly. Really easy build to make, and it has everything you need. But before we continue, quick word from today's sponsor, Diving.net. If you don't have enough time or good teammates but you still want to have all the best items in your game, then Diving.net is set for you. They have absolutely amazing team on consoles. They will complete your order super quick. Everything happens through account sharing. Don't worry, guys, I have tested these guys by myself and didn't found any issues whatsoever. If you have any questions, don't hesitate, comment down below or contact the operator, and the rest will be the history. But now let's get back to this super dope build, and I mean it, man. Not only you can run around like a freak, but actually you can have finally some fun. And it's been a while when I had some fun in Division 2. Anyway, this build is really cool on heroic difficulty or legendary difficulty, doesn't matter. And the reason is also quite simple, because you don't have basically any limitations in this one. For example, if you want to use spotter, you need pulse or linked laser pointer attachments, so that means you have to use technician specialization. Not the case. With Intimidate talent, you need bonus armor and you have to stack Intimidate talent again. Not in this case. So it's super easy to use actually, and one of the best talent combinations in general. So guys, if you want to be updated with all the best PvP builds, subscribe. Butcherland is the answer. So for specialization, we will use Survivalist. Why Survivalist specialization is so goddamn dope? Because by applying status effects, you will increase not only your DPS output but also your team's damage by 10%. You have Medkit, which will provide you with armor regen, and that medkit can heal your teammates as well. You have fire grenades, which has the biggest radius in the game. Maybe blind grenades or flashbangs are decent as well, but fire grenades will trigger our bloody knuckle gloves really easily. And the core synergy here is again really simple. For the weapons, I'm using FAMAS. Again, like I said, this build is really dope because it doesn't hold you to one standard, it doesn't hold you to one weapon type. FAMAS has the highest rate of fire in the game, but you can't use linked laser pointer attachment, you can't use spotter really with FAMAS. But Obliterate, from other hand, works really well. We have almost 50% crit chance, as you saw my numbers. You can stack Obliterate really quickly with FAMAS. We have 120% crit damage, 120% headshot damage. If you're good with headshots, this build will absolutely slap. No doubts whatsoever. My stats are kinda really dope. But again, you could use Police M4 with this build. Fall doesn't matter. For second weapon though, I would recommend you to use Sweet Dreams. Scorpio shotgun will work as well, but Sweet Dreams, in my opinion, works a little bit better in this setup because Sweet Dreams can one-tap non-elite enemies, and with that you can proc Bloody Knuckle Gloves. But since we have more than 60% protection from elites, we can proc or reduce the cooldown for the gloves by meleeing elite enemies with our shield. Yes guys, it's life hack number 1 in this build. You can melee enemies with your shield and that will proc Bloody Knuckle Gloves and take the cooldown away. If non-elite enemy will rush you, you can use your shield, Sweet Dream shotgun, boom, you can one tap it, you're gonna proc Bloodsucker, easy money. Second life hack in this build, use Orbit DZ exclusive pistol. Pain in the ass to find one, but it's really dope because it will give you 40% extra crit damage. Kill non-elite enemy with this pistol, switch to your main weapon, and rest will be the history. For the mask, I'm using Name and Mask. It increases our pistol damage and headshot damage like crazy. In mod, you have to use protection from elites. Like I said, it's really handy if you want to clear heroic control points, because most of the time you're gonna fight elite enemies. For countdown, this build will work really well as well, because most of the time you're gonna fight elites as well, only there. So legendary strongholds, you can easily clear out those dogs, chungus, war machines, doesn't matter. This build is really strong. And like I said, tip number 3, Bloodsucker will work with your skill kills. My second skill is Assault Turret or Striker Drone, doesn't matter, but if my skills will kill somebody, even drone or any other gadget, you will proc Bloodsucker. So that's pretty goddamn dope synergy. For chest piece talent, I'm using Obliterate. Like I said, I would love to use Spotter. Spotter is really nice talent, it amplifies your weapon damage and skill damage, but you can't use really Spotter with FAMAS, and FAMAS is my favorite assault rifle in the game right now. Maybe Police M4 and Carbine 7 is somewhere close, but still FAMAS in PvP and PvE is really good assault rifle. But you can't use really Spotter with hit because you can't apply a linked laser pointer attachment. I am not forced to use technician specialization here, I don't need extra skill tiers because I'm clearing really quickly enemies. I have protection from elites, I can proc Bloody Knuckles to get extra 25% damage. For holster, I'm using improvised holster because improvised gear piece will provide me with extra mod. For backpack, I'm using Providence backpack for headshot damage reasons with Bloodsucker, and like I said, in this build we have 120% headshot damage. And if you don't have a lot of crit chance, headshot damage actually is really good attribute to spec in. And if your aim is better than mine, oh baby, you can deal stupid amount of damage. Bloody exotic knuckle gloves will go with offensive core attribute, which works really well for us. We can trigger these gloves with fire grenades and reduce cooldown with hitting enemies with our shield or hitting with the Sweet Dreams. Boom, you can get the buff immediately back. Really good gloves to use against bosses, rogue agents, hunters, chungus. Really dope setup overall. For the skills, I would recommend you to use one damage skill, shield or healing skill, maybe see Commander Mine or Fixer Drone with Assault Turret, maybe with Decoy. You have couple combinations. Like I said, this build is pretty dope, and yes, in the next one, less armor is more.